Heavenly has been one of the most encouraging digital currencies in the business. Created by the Stellar Development Foundation, the money lumen under the image XLM is exchanged on different trades. Who could anticipate that XLM cost could increment in excess of multiple times in 2017? It was an amazing year for Stellar. Financial backers and dealers are sitting tight for one comparative run. Will Stellar gloat any such spat the not-so-distant future? Make a plunge as we bring to you the possible cost expectations for XLM cost for 2022 and the years to come. Heavenly, XLM price prediction for 2022. XLM cost had advanced toward the year 2022 in a downtrend with its cost at $0.261. The cost had swung from $0.2921 to $0.240 until the 10th of January. Which heightened to reach $0.293 by the 14th of January. Be that as it may, confronted the ground, with the wick brushing $0.1702 by the 22nd of January. The altcoin was seen exchanging along its help at $0.196 until the 4th of February. At the point when it started an advantage to reach $0.256 by the 8th of February. The spike was fleeting as disturbance in the business hauled the value down to its quarterly base at $0.1626. While XLM cost represented a bounce back to its opposition levels, it confronted $0.169 by the principal 7-day stretch of March. From that point XLM cost was seen exchanging an up pattern and figured out how to close its exchange for the quarter at $0.243. The spikes were anyway fleeting, as the emergency in the business prompted a vast fall. The outcomes were borne by XLM also, which is as of now down more than 53% since the 1st of April. Heavenly's XLM price prediction for Q3. XLM cost would require a push from the organization's developing user base, more up-to-date coordinated efforts, and selections. As the impetuses will be basic in laying out grounds at $0.115. Raising from this could bring the greatest value focus to $0.1448. Conversely, a potential dump in the market could grip the value down to $0.1037. All things considered, standard exchange practices could settle the cost at $0.1249. XLM prediction for Q4. Assuming the organization accomplishes the objectives in its guide that incorporates interoperability, consideration, expanded steadiness, and advancement. The cost of XLM could skyrocket to $0.1871 before the year's over. On the other side, the convention neglecting to stick to its assumptions would result in the altcoin taking a plunge to $0.1302. All in all, calculating in the bullish and negative targets, XLM could settle with its cost at $0.162. Heavenly Lumens price prediction for 2023. Heavenly might actually make the most out of 2023, with more up-to-date receptions, joint efforts, and advancements. Additionally, the improvements of the previous year could bear productive outcomes, which could ponder XLM's cost. All things considered, the crypto resource could hit a limit of $0.3184 toward the finish of 2023. On the other hand, negative analysis and a potential market dump could land the cost at $0.1686. XLM price forecast for 2024. The people from the business would promote progressively depend on computerized resources and would look for help for capacity and move of assets. Heavenly here holds the possibility to grow its presence in the business. Appearing which, XLM's cost could drive to its likely high of $0.5359. Conversely, a rising rivals and stiffer contest could prevent the altcoin's value projection to $0.2761. Heavenly crypto price prediction for 2025. Taking into account the most recent presentation of XLM and its laid-out development, we can anticipate in light of estimations that XLM could go up to $0.9558 toward the finish of 2025. In actuality, the cost might observe a negative pattern subsequent to contacting the highs, which could stifle the value down to $0.4814. All things considered, an equilibrium in trading constraints could restrict the cost to average degrees of $0.698. What is Stellar XLM? Heavenly is an open organization that works with putting away and moving of cash. The stage's point was to empower monetary incorporation by assisting the world's unbanked individuals. Be that as it may, later its needs moved to contacting the monetary organizations scaffold with each other through blockchain innovation. The organization has its own local symbolic lumens XLM that goes about as a scaffold. That makes the stage cost-effective to exchange tokens across the globe. This tackles the current issues related with installment suppliers who frequently charge colossal expenses for comparative sorts of administrations. The biological system permits clients to construct, send and exchange all types of computerized portrayals of cash. It was made to ensure that every one of the monetary frameworks across the world could cooperate on a solitary organization. Essential analysis. Heavenly was established in mid-2014 by Jed McCaleb and Joyce Kim. The venture was brought into the world as a part of the Ripple digital currency, with an all-out supply of 100 billion. Notwithstanding, the tokens were singed, and right now, the inventory is decreased to $50 billion. Heavenly XLM was based on and worked on the Ripple network right off the bat in its development. In any case, in November 2015, the Stellar Group sent off its organization on its own convention. The essential focal point of the stage is to give settlements and bank credits in creating economies that are unbanked. Heavenly expects to diminish exchange costs by essentially decreasing the delays. Heavenly Lumen is an altcoin that exchanges under the XLM image. Our prediction for Stellar. As per Compedia's planned XLM cost forecast. With formative redesigns taking care of interoperability, adaptability, and advancement setup. The cost of XLM could take off to a limit of 15 cents toward the finish of 2022. Contrastingly, the updates not yielding the ideal outcomes could turn negative at the cost, which could tumble to $0.1. 2018. XLM had a courageous beginning to the year as it hit an ATH of $0.9381 on the 4th of January. But horrendously went into a negative disparity. Sliding downwards including several spikes, the XLM cost came to 11 cents toward the finish of 2018. 2019. 2019 was a disappointing year for Stellar. XLM had started the year with a sticker price of $0.1. Stellar consuming 50% of XLM coins additionally restricted the advancement of the coin. After in the middle of between the box and the peaks at $0.033 and $0.119, the year was ended at $0.138. 2020.